Can you hear me? Oh, you can hear me now? You can hear me now? Okay, good, good. Testing one, two, testing one, two. Just double checking, just double checking. Just making sure I could be heard. Testing one, two. Testing one, two. Testing one, two. There we go. There we go. Testing one, two. Testing. Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining me for a quick moment of up close and personal. This is some breaking news that we got earlier. I apologize for the last video. Unfortunately, we had some technical difficulties with StreamYard. And so I'm reporting again on Tommy Tiny Lister, also known as Debo, from the Friday trilogy, also known as an American Gladiator as well, um, has passed away today. Um, well, unfortunately, they don't know exactly when he passed away. According to TMZ, and I'll read you what TMZ has said. A release from the LA County Sheriff's Department says friends and business associates of Lister became worried Thursday when they hadn't heard from him since Wednesday night. Deputies performed a welfare check where they made their way into his apartment and found him dead. Um, at this point, cops say it's believed that Lister died of natural causes, but an autopsy will be performed to determine an official cause of death. Also, Ice Cube, who also played in the Friday trilogy, also was the director and producer of Friday, the other Friday trilogy, said that um, he posted a tribute to Tommy on his page, and he said, "Rest in peace, Debo Lister, America's favorite bully. Was a born entertainer who would pop into character at the drop of a hat, terrifying people on and off camera, and followed by a big smile and laugh. He said, "Thank you for being a good dude at heart. I miss you already." Yes. So yes, we've lost yet again another celebrity this year. Tommy Tiny Lister, also known as Debo, um, from the Fridays trilogy. He was also an American Gladiator. As I stated in my last um, video, I met him many years ago. And he's nothing, absolutely nothing like his character was. Um, on Friday, he was just a big gentle giant. He really was. And what a lot of people don't know about Tommy Tiny Lister is he was a very spiritual person, had a very personal and great relationship with God, and he also was very active in the church world. Um, and he's going to be sadly missed. You guys know me. Um, I'm not to put a damper on things, but those that know me know that I don't look at death like most people do. It's not a sad occasion for me. I understand respectfully that people grieve when someone passes away, but I actually celebrate. Because the Bible talks about being absent from the body is to be with Christ. And so I celebrate it. I celebrate him making his journey over to the other side and continuing on to his journey. Um, yeah, so yeah, he will be sadly missed here, but his legacy continues on through his family, through the movies that he was a part of, and through all the work that he did here while he was here. So shout out to Tommy Tiny Lister. Um, my heart goes out to the family. My condolences. My condolences to Ice Cube, who I know he was a good friend of Tommy's, um, and yeah, we will definitely miss him. Uh, for those of you that don't know about the Fridays trilogy, I know there's a lot of young people that may or may not know about the Fridays trilogy. He played Debo, who was the big bully in the movie. Um, he only played in two of the movies, actually. It was Friday, and then it was Next Friday. Um, were the two movies that he played in of Ice Cube's. And a lot of people don't know that prior to him acting, he was on another popular show back in the '80s called American Gladiators. It was kind of like that American Ninja um, show that comes on now, but it was a little bit more intense. So yeah, and he was a very athletic guy. Um, as you can see, he was quite a big guy. He was a a big guy. So he was a very big guy, and he was strong. I mean, I remember seeing him lift more than 200 pounds at one time on American Gladiators, and he was a great competitor. Um, but yeah, but I tell you, this really brings a lot to mind, to ponder over, guys. We really have to learn how to cherish one another. Um, we really do have to learn how to cherish one another while we're here, and get over the petty little differences that we have, um, and realize that we're only here for but a moment. You know, um, it's a blink of an eye. You know, it can happen. I just lost two good friends this past month. Well, not this month, but last month. I just lost a great friend that I grew up with, a childhood friend. He was young. He was only 50 years old, and same situation. Did a welfare check and went to his house and found him dead on his bathroom floor. You know. And the funny thing was, I was just speaking to him a couple of days before he passed away. Yeah. And just this um, past week, Joseph and I, we lost a good friend of ours. And he lost one of our friends, he lost his lifetime partner. But they were both friends of ours. Um, and yeah, I looked at Joseph, and Joseph looked at me, and he said, "Man, I can't even imagine. I couldn't imagine you passing away and me being here by myself." So I said that to say, you really have to cherish life. You have to value life, and cherish the people that are close to you, because we're all only here for but a blink of an eye. And all of us have an expiration date, and we're all going to go over to the other side. Hopefully, all of us will go over to the other side. So, just cherish the people that you love, um, and don't take them for granted, because you never know. You never know when something can happen. Um, they say he died of natural causes, and that's the way most of us would like to go out, But sadly, um, he was found on his back, on his, dead in his apartment, um, and yeah, that's it. But not to worry. Like I said, to be absent from the body is to be with Christ. Always remember that. Um, always remember that. You know, there is a great place for us on the other side that the Bible speaks about as well. And it says He has prepared a place for all of us. So, Always remember that. But that's all the breaking news that I had this evening. I just wanted to re-report the news on Tommy Tiny Lister. Unfortunately, like I said, we had some technical difficulties with um, the other video, and I apologize for that. Uh, yeah, I want to apologize for that. I'm sorry. I'm just looking into the chat to see what you guys are saying. Thank you, bro. Thank you so much, Blogs. Thank you, Christine. Yeah, yeah. And I agree with you 100%, Blogs and Fiction. You know, this quarantine, if it hasn't taught us anything, it should have taught us to learn how to cherish one another. Um, with this climate that we're in now, we're in a touchless climate. People are afraid to hug one another. People are afraid to shake one another's hands. We have to wear masks. Um, to be amongst one another, and it's really sad. But we have to look at the positive side. The positive side is hopefully we will come out of this victorious. This pandemic will come out of it victorious, and um, things will never be the way they were before. I'm very sure of that. Because we're all going to have to be mindful of how we interact with people. But the saving grace is that we will look back on this time and remember um, those that we were quarantined with. Hopefully, we will cherish those people that we were quarantined with, and hopefully, people will come out of this closer to one another. Um, they say that there are a lot of statistics that are saying that domestic violence has gone up, alcoholism, people, more people are addicted to drugs at this time, and you know, uh, it's really sad. So, guys, like I said, we have to cherish the time that we have here. We really do, because although we may think it's long, it's not. Of course, God operates on a different time. So, just cherish the people that you're with. What we need in these YouTube streets and in this world more is love and compassion and empathy for one another. Um, and we just need to learn how to love one another much better. And, I, I'm not saying that. I mean, I'm saying all of this to give you a reminder. Tiny didn't die from. He didn't die a violent death or anything like that. But this is just a reminder to all of us. This should be a reminder to all of us as we are losing all these great people. That life is short. It's short. We're losing people. We're losing young men and women um, at age in their 20s. From this coronavirus, and we really have to really just be mindful of life. We have to cherish it. We really do. I don't take one day for granted. I really don't. And believe me when I say this, me and my husband, we feel very, very blessed, even considering the conditions that we have. Um, you know, um, Both of us, we deal with kidney disease. I deal with diabetes and a host of other different complications. But we don't take one day for granted. I don't. I really don't take one day for granted. I remember being in the hospital with Joseph just 2 months ago, and him, the doctor coming in and telling me that he stopped breathing. From that day on, I have just really appreciated And I let my husband know every single day that I love him and I care about him, so that if anything happens, he will know. You know, and that's how we operate. Yes, yes, we all have to pray for this world, Brock Diamond. You're absolutely right. We definitely do. All need to pray for everybody in this world and realize that the skin that we're in is just that. It's just the skin that we're in. We all have the same thing on the inside. We all have a heart. We all have the same body parts, um, and there's no difference in the color of our blood. We are all human beings, and we should love one another as such. But that's all I have for you guys tonight. Thank you so much for joining me for this quick moment in up close and personal. Please make sure that you are joining us on all social media platforms. Please don't forget the McCray Kings show airs every morning. Coffee with the Kings at 11:30 a.m. Um, Sometimes we're late. We try to be on time, but join us weekday mornings for coffee and inspiration. And we also have some events coming up. We have our master class, which is scheduled for the 19th of December, and it runs from the 19th through the 30th. So make sure that you're signing up for the master class. The master class is only $25, and membership has its perks. So make sure you sign up for the master class. It's going to be filled with a lot of inspiration, encouragement, and just all types of good things. So yes, sign up for the masterclass. Also, the McCray Kings have been nominated for a YouTube Love Award, and the voting will start on tomorrow. So stay tuned. Please tune in tomorrow morning at 11:30 a.m. We may come on a little earlier, depending on when we get the information on what the voting process will be, because the voting starts tomorrow. I don't know how long the voting will run, but we will be able to give you all that information on tomorrow morning's show. So please make sure that you join us tomorrow morning again at 11:30 a.m. For Coffee with the Kings. Um, I think that's all the announcements that I have. Um, yes, and yes, please make sure you thumbs up this video. For those of you that are here for the first time, make sure that you like and subscribe to our channel as well. Um, and yeah, that's it. So I'm going to sign off now, guys. Make sure that you walk in love, peace, sunshine, happiness, and all those great things. And always remember that it's Team McCray all damn day. Talk to you soon.